MLB is making major changes to its All-Star Game and regular season uniforms following a wave of criticism from players and fans alike. The league announced on Monday that it would be returning to a more traditional approach for the Midsummer Classic, allowing players to wear their primary home and road uniforms starting in 2025. This marks a significant departure from the league-specific uniforms that had been worn since 2021, a change that had been met with widespread disapproval. The decision to revert to team uniforms for the All-Star Game was made after players voiced their preference for a return to the traditional format. Since 2021, MLB had introduced American League (AL) and National League (NL) uniforms, which were intended to create a more unified look but instead drew heavy criticism. The 2024 All-Star Game uniforms, in particular, faced a barrage of complaints due to their designs and aesthetics, which many players and fans found uninspired and disconnected from the spirit of the event. The move to reintroduce players' regular uniforms will now allow them to proudly represent their individual teams during one of baseball's most iconic events. This decision comes after MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred addressed the issue ahead of the 2024 All-Star Game in July, acknowledging the dissatisfaction. "We've got a lot of uniform things going on," Manfred told reporters. "Obviously, the conversations have to involve the players, first and foremost, and Nike and some of our partners, but I am aware of the sentiment and I do know why people kind of like that tradition. There will be conversations about that." The league is not entirely abandoning the concept of special All-Star uniforms. According to MLB.com, while players will wear their regular uniforms for the actual All-Star Game, they will don a unique All-Star uniform during the workout day. Additionally, those watching the Home Run Derby will wear these special uniforms, while players participating in the Derby itself will get to wear their team's home uniform. MLB also plans to introduce a custom-designed All-Star Game cap as part of the revamped approach, adding another layer of exclusivity to the event. Beyond the All-Star Game, MLB is also addressing a host of complaints about the regular season uniforms introduced for the 2024 season. These uniforms, part of a deal with Nike and Fanatics, faced substantial criticism from players for several issues, including smaller lettering on the back of the jerseys, pants that were nearly see-through, and gray fabrics that conspicuously showed sweat marks. Players raised concerns that these uniform changes negatively affected both their comfort and appearance on the field. In response to the feedback, MLB conducted a league-wide survey to gather input directly from players, leading to a series of changes aimed at improving the uniform experience. Starting next season, player nameplates will be larger, sleeve patches will be embroidered for added quality, and players will have full customization options for their pants. Additionally, MLB will revert to using the gray uniform fabric from 2023, which had been better received by players. The league has also committed to introducing completely new uniforms in 2026, developed with player comfort and feedback at the forefront of the design process. The uniform controversy highlights the growing influence of players in shaping league decisions, especially when it comes to the traditions and aesthetics of the game. MLB's partnership with Nike and Fanatics, while initially seen as a way to modernize and innovate uniform design, has faced significant challenges due to player dissatisfaction. The changes announced this week represent a move to balance modernization with tradition, ensuring that the players' voices are heard while maintaining a connection to the sport's heritage. The uniform issues were not the only challenge faced by MLB's deal with Nike and Fanatics. The rollout of the All-Star uniforms has been widely considered a failure, with neither fans nor players warming to the concept of league-specific designs. What was originally intended to be a new chapter in the branding of the All-Star Game ended up as one of the more unpopular experiments in recent memory, forcing the league to rethink its approach. By taking these steps to return to the traditions that many players and fans cherish, MLB is signaling its willingness to listen and adapt, ensuring that future uniform designs will not only look good but also meet the functional needs of the players. The return to primary team uniforms at the All-Star Game is a major victory for traditionalists, and the league's focus on improving regular season uniforms shows a commitment to player comfort and quality moving forward. As MLB looks ahead to the 2025 season and beyond, these changes mark an important shift in how the league approaches its partnerships and branding, with a renewed emphasis on tradition, quality, and player input.